All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Book Boozled Tuesdays. We are back. Cat and Cat are back after a little week off. We are super excited today to cover The Blood Kingdom by Kate Cunningham. But first, Cat, how you doing?
How about you?
I'm good. I'm a little tired from this weekend, but we pushed through for Mondays.
Gotta love a good Monday after a weekend off.
Yes, very busy. We both had very busy weekends, but we are back. We are ready to talk books. Hopefully get some content out for you guys this week. But yeah, we're super excited. We want to dive straight into spoiler free for a couple minutes, and then we will dive into the rest of it. What'd you think of this one?
I enjoyed this one. It's very much a fantasy book. I really enjoyed that we had like the world separated. So for those who haven't read the book and are listening for the spoiler free, basically the human world doesn't know that the magic world exists. So very similar to how, we would think today. And so I really enjoyed that we had a difference in going in between worlds. We also had a difference of kind of figuring out the world together rather than it being described to us. I really enjoyed the main character. I felt she had a lot of great growth over the first book alone. I can't wait for the second. And I'm ready for the main characters to finally get together as well.
Oh my God, I know. Always. I mean, you go into this, kind of ahead of time, fantasy, who are going to get together. So I really don't consider that much of a spoiler. Like, you go in and you're like, I know. But I agree. I mean, I really enjoyed this book. At first, I think the vampire, I don't do a whole lot of vampire fantasy, which I also don't think is a spoiler. They talk about it in the back and on Goodreads. But the only other one I've read is the From Blood and Ash, which I did not enjoy. So at first I was a little hesitant, but I really ended up liking this one. I like the fact that the main character, she just starts off in the human world and she's just high society. Like, she's not secretly trained. And so you get to see part of her growth. And what that growth is a spoiler, so I won't be saying that. But it was just a little refreshing after reading, like From Ash and Blood and then Crescent City, Throne of Glass, where these badass women are already badass women, which is fantastic. Love a badass woman. But it is nice to kind of see one eventually kind of see the path to her wanting to become that. So it is a very good character arc for the main character. I think she did a very good job of the world building to where it wasn't too monotonous. And I really enjoyed it. And for anybody who has not heard of Kate Cunningham, she is a small indie author. She self-published this. So props to her. Fantastic. And she's working on the second right now.
Which I'm ready for.
But yeah, I mean, I think I gave it a 4 on Goodreads. I think if I was getting specific, I'd give it probably a 4.25. So I really enjoyed it. I really hope. I'm sure the second one will be just as good.
Which I am super excited for the second one. I think it'll be fabulous. I'm ready for it to already be out. I struggle with books that don't already have the next books out. So I'm typically that girl that goes through the series that are finished for that reason, but bear them with you for this.
Yes, absolutely. I know. I do not have the patience. And we've done a lot of series that are not finished.
Starting to lose where I'm at on some of them. I'm going to have to reread before we start that.
I know, we're going to have to go back and we can watch our own episodes. We'll just go back and watch our episodes.
Way to listen.
Brilliant.
Make sure we're good.
I know. Give ourselves a little more views. So
I don't know that I can listen to myself and my voice record.
I know, it's so uncomfortable to hear yourself talk. It is so uncomfortable.
With that,
okay. I mean, anything else you want to say? Spoiler free? I think you
covered it.
The kind of basic review is good. Yeah.
Short, spoiler free. It's
all
hard
right.
Not to get into it here.
It is. I recommend. Go read it if you haven't. It's a quick one too. I mean, it's thickish, but it goes by very fast.
Well, with that, if you have not read the book and you want to pop off, because I'm immediately going to start talking about the end with Kat, and I think she knows that's where I'm going. So, with that, Kat,
Yes.
I'm so annoyed that we
Yes.
found out at the very end that they were bound.
I know. And
She doesn't know yet.
I mean, I know. I'm like, dadgummit. I know. And I've got to wait because he left her there. But then she also, at the very end, jumps through the mirror. So we found out. So, okay. So this book, if you've read it, it is mainly from her point of view.
Having been in like 2 or 3 chapters.
Yes. And it's just a couple of them. And that's really nice. The flipping back and forth sometimes stresses me out, but him just kind of trickled in there just to see his thoughts throughout is really nice. I really like it.
I want more of him in the next book. I will say that.
I know. Love Ven. Aurelia's cool too, though. I didn't want to dive too much into it, but I really love her going in, being like, I don't know how to fight. I don't know what I'm doing. All I've ever done is high society. I know how to wear dresses and speak when I'm spoken to. And it's refreshing, like to see a woman build herself up into that. She's not there yet. She's got some learning to do. But she's building herself up. She's getting stronger. And then you find out that she is not related to her parents. She is also a vampire with a special type of magic. It's just, it's a lot, but it flows so well.
Which they don't fully point out until the very end of the book. Which that frustrated me a little bit because I feel like we didn't get a lot of information there either. I don't even think we really got that she was thinking she wasn't one of her parents because her dad is dead. So you never know. It could have been one of those things.
Yeah, could have been an affair situation.
I'd love to hear a little bit more about that. But I also find it interesting her mom took a sharp turn on, I just wanted you back in my space instead of the perfect daughter anymore. And then he got bashed, and over here he's like, I literally killed so that you could be mine, and now you need to just sit like a good girl and wait.
Ugh, gross.
He was the kind of guy who was, supporting her endeavors to be not good, perfect princess all the time.
Like he was, before she left, he was like head over heels in love with her. She was above him status wise. So he was kind of working very hard to be on her level. But now that he's above her, he's like, I don't have to try anymore. Like, you're lucky to be with me now. And I'm like, all right, dude, calm down.
Classic case of the man thinking they're better.
The narcissism. And it's just like, ugh. But yes, so beginning of the book, you read it, start off, human realm, we don't know about magic. They don't know about magic. They think vampires are the evil, scary creatures that kill you in the night.
That is partially true.
Yes, that is very true. And then Aurelia is sneaking around the castle because she's not allowed to freely walk in her own home, which is a whole other ridiculous. And one night, she is in the library and she runs into Ven, and then there's the Prince of the Void. And Ven sentences him back, and she's running, and then a demon finds her. She kills the demon, and then she ends up walking through a portal into this other realm.
Dying.
That Ven has come from. And so you learn there are different types of vampires that have different types of magic. And so the shadow world is the ones with shadow is what she has landed in. But then we learn that Ven is a hybrid and that his dad has the other side, the more violent, scary
because
fire.
The Shadowland isn't the land that she landed in. She landed in the woods, and he teleported her to the...
Yes.
And it's not necessarily
yes.
Shadowland.
You are correct.
It's the vampires that have shadow magic.
Yes. I misspoke. Yes. So there's shadow. So they're the vampires with shadow magic, vampires with fire magic, and then we learn that Aurelia has lightning, which has not been apparently seen in a very long time.
At first, they thought
Yes.
fire
And
was the
so,
fire.
yeah, she's got like the white flames she's messing around with. And then when she really uses her power in that fight in the woods, it's lightning. And so everybody's like, what the
Which I
heck is
find really
she?
interesting. The King of the
Um,
Void wants her so bad. So the King of the Void has sent
you
countless
know,
demons after her to try to, I would say capture her is the best way I would put it, because we don't really know for sure why yet. So
yes.
I am interested to see
Yeah.
if maybe he's her dad or something, or maybe there's something there,
Ooh.
because she's clearly not her parents' kid, and she was found in the middle of the woods of the shade.
Yes.
Well, not the middle, but the edge of the woods of the shade. So we
Yes.
don't know who her parents are yet. And so that's something I am interested to find out next, because I think that's going to play a huge part into why she's the only one with lightning
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. It is, I think, I'm just really excited to see where it goes because you learn, I mean, the history of their world is, they used to fight together. They used to be in communication. And then after the Great War, where Vin's people and they all were helping save the humans, they sealed the humans off and made it to where no one could infiltrate it with magic so they could just be on their own. And so instead of them embracing their history, they've taught everybody that the unnamed gods appointed this council that's in charge. And everybody just has completely forgotten that magic exists and that they used to be friends with the
And the
people who had
unnamed
magic.
guard, or unnamed brothers is their actual name. The unnamed brothers really drive me nuts because they chose to usurp this kind of power that they didn't have, nor were they responsible
Mm-hmm.
for, and throw out everything else and try to position themselves into
Yeah.
the point of being the head man in charge. And this is why all these demons are coming in, which we find out because the first unnamed brother
Mm-hmm.
is literally summoning demons so that he's the only one in charge anymore because he wants that power. Of course, typical
Yes.
male. And he's given up Aurelia as the ticket to get the unnamed brothers in charge of everything. And of course, it doesn't work out in
Yes.
his favor because Aurelia and all the other magic people are fighting against these demons coming in.
Yes. Yeah. So the first brother is the one that's got the ring that can talk to the King of the Void, and the King of the Void's always gonna. He's not gonna actually partner with anybody. So anybody, I mean, this first brother is living in Crazy Town, thinking that he's going to be on the same level. But he wants power, and he wants to be the one in charge. He thinks that the brothers have been pushed to the side, so the council, and he wants that power back. So he's going to do whatever it takes, which is unfortunate because he ends up very much hurting Aurelia's brother. We don't get to know, we have to wait and find out what happens to him, which I'm crossing fingers he lives because he seems like the only brother she's got that actually cares about her. Because the older
The
one
only
obviously
one
doesn't.
who is genuinely kind for, and I would say
Yes.
within the whole book, minus like Vin and Caro and Seth, but
Yes. Yeah. In the human world, he's the only one that's got his head on his shoulders and will consider something different. So I really hope he's okay. I love Caro and Seth. They crack me up. Caro gives me just like,
yeah.
he cracks me up. And then Seth is, the quiet,
Which we
broody
find
type.
out Seth can
We'll
learn
figure out what his.
all of the people he meets,
Yes.
death and everything.
Yes.
Insane to think about.
Yes. That was wild. That was like a paragraph. And I was like, I went back and had to reread it. I was like, what did they say? Excuse me? And so he can see the death of everybody, which is terrifying. So he watches it twice, is how they described it, or it's how Kate described it. I don't know.
People, because, anything could easily change that.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, there were just so many cool aspects to this book. I love Nira. She's
Badass.
scary. I like her.
Bitch. That's what
She is.
I love Ember.
And
She's just a sweet little nurturing mama.
oh my God, so sweet. Because she's different. She's got the green skin, very nature. So from where this realm that she's in is not her
We
original
haven't met
realm.
her people where she's from yet, which I have a feeling we'll meet them next book. But I feel like I just got enough of a
I hope
tease
so.
to understand everybody, and I'm like, what? It's over. What? What do you mean there's not another page? I want to
I
see
know.
Ben see her cross back into the shades. Like, come on. Rude.
Like, she made it. She made it. She's back. That's what I was worried about. I was worried it was going to be the end where, oh no, she's stuck in the human realm. We're going to have to see how she gets back. But I love that the mirror's still there. She's able to cross, so we don't have to go through the whole.
We don't know that it doesn't take her time to fight crossing the wards yet either. So we may have to fight her.
I know. Oh, true.
But I'm ready for her to be on the other side, and I'm hopeful that when she gets to the other side, it's not a fight to get out to Ben either. And she doesn't have to put the demons by herself.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can just get kind of. I mean, unless she's got something super cool planned, which I'm sure she might, and I'll enjoy it. But I really am. I just kind of want to see them all band together and figure out how to fight the first brother and the king and princes of the void, because that seems to be the overarching, like, and her get into her power and all of that.
Dead. So that's not a problem. Remember?
Oh shit! Yeah, he is dead. Oh my God. Yes, he's gone. Yeah. Totally forgot about the library scene.
Yeah,
that was wild.
And Cog took his life.
That crow. Love the crow. Yes, love. Yes, I totally forgot about that. How did I forget about that?
Part of me feels that when we get to the next book, Vim will have just gone home thinking she won't be coming back because she told him he wouldn't. So she's going to have to fight to get to him because she can't transport herself yet. And I'm hopeful Cog is helpful in that aspect and getting Vin.
Yes. Yeah. I love Cog. He's like 500 years old. Cog's older than anybody out there.
Or maybe more. We don't know because Vin's like 300 years old plus. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because Cog belonged to Vin's mother. And he came to her from somewhere else. So he's, like Cog is super old. Mm-hmm. That whole thing where, because he only has one eye. And so the whole thing where it was like he exacts his revenge by taking people's one eye. I was like, dang, we got a vengeful crow. Crows are wild, though. You know, you could train them. It is, like, I really would just want to start training crows in my backyard.
But, you know, a lot of people use them in the World Wars. In World War.
In what?
1 and 2. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Pass messages back and forth because people could do the little
mm-hmm. Yeah. Crows are cool. Some people don't like them. I think they're cool. You bring them in with shiny stuff. They love the shiny stuff. And then they'll start bringing you little gifts and then your friends. And I'm like, dang.
Compliments and scratches instead.
Compliments and scratches. I mean, same. Honestly, just compliments and scratches. That's all I need. That's so funny. Yep. Just words of affirmation at me all the time. That's so funny. But no, I mean, I loved it. Aurelia's getting super strong. Her mom really did, you mentioned it earlier, do a 180, because at the beginning of the book, she was very prim and proper, like by the book. And then when she comes back, she just like opens up and they cry together. And she tells Aurelia about, you know, her not being her child. And I was like, geez, you do have a heart. That's nice. So hopefully we see them again. I want to see if their character arc, if they become a little more open-minded. But I really want to see about her brother first.
To see more about that Alakin too.
Yes. They're kind of
barely touched allies. On is that Vim was a prince, not just a commander.
I know.
Very interested.
He skated right over that one.
Where that title comes from, if that's a title he can still contain, if that's why people give him so much respect as a commander, and would love a little bit more background there. I also want to know what it means to be bound, because we don't really know exactly what it means to be bound.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Nira and Imbra are.
But they're lovers.
But we don't really, we don't go into detail about a lot. She's really set up
What questions?
you
A
want in
lot
that
of
second book.
questions.
Yes. Kate, please answer some questions for us, please.
Here's one author, maybe come talk to us on the next one, so we don't have to ask the question.
No, please. That would be insane. I would absolutely die. That'd be really cool. But yeah, I love it. And props to her. I mean, I know I said it already, but the whole self-published thing is
Okay,
super
I didn't
cool.
realize she was self-published. That's why I was afraid it was going to take a while to get the second book. Because, could at least be a year and a half, 2 years if it's not self-published. So I'm hopeful then that we get this pretty quickly. Fingers crossed.
I know. I'm hoping so too. It did come out in February though, so it might be a minute.
So it's already been 5 months, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's already been. All right, Kate. Clock's ticking, ma'am.
See you next February.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. We do have a lot of books coming up though, that we've started that will be published within the next 2 to 3 months. So that's very exciting.
Shadows of Pearl. That'll be coming up in August.
Yes, Shadows of Pearl. And then the third book in the Belladonna series is coming out soon. Yes, so very excited to get into those as well. Well, before we get into what we're doing next, do you have any other comments on the Blood Kingdom for now?
I really want the next book. I'm kind of mad the book was over.
I know.
I wanted to get more.
It's definitely one I think I will reread because there is a lot. It's a lot of stuff to absorb.
I'll probably reread this week because
but it's good.
I was so ready for Ben and Aurelia to get together. So ready, and
I know they had that one kiss. They had their one kiss that was super intense, and then
they had 2.
Yes. I'm just thinking of that one really hot makeout though.
Before they had to run away from that person.
And then they had to go off. But yeah, so they obviously have chemistry. She's wanting to ignore it. I mean, she went back and got engaged to Bastian, so it's kind of
say yes. Her brother said yes for her, which is something insane to me. That
an arranged marriage. But that obviously, whatever. But that obviously is not going to last. Hopefully, good Lord.
She just left, so hopefully she'll never go back to him. And he didn't know, he literally betrayed her to the most, nth degree. He better not try to find her again.
Yeah, that was idiotic. That was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, rude.
Fix her.
She jumped though.
Get rid of her magic.
Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, he just got real possessive real quick. Wasn't cute. But then he's possessive and protective but also wants her to learn. He's helping her with her magic. And then Caro and Seth are helping her train. So I'm hoping that will continue. Of course, I'm sure it will. But yeah, it was just so many good things in this one. I'm really excited to see where she takes it next.
I want to tell everybody what the next book will be, since we got to wait for book 2.
Yes, we next week are going to start the Powerless series. We're very excited. We know it's a hot topic right now. I think Reckless just came out. And then there's one in between. There's a 1.5. So that's the next couple weeks. Please read along with us. We would love to hear your thoughts. May or may not, bring somebody on with us to talk, bring a little guest.
Maybe we could answer some questions on Instagram stories as well.
Yes, absolutely. We want to get a little more involved with our audience. So if you've read it and have comments or questions or any parts of the book that you want us to cover, please let us know. But we cannot wait. I've heard very good things.
Well, with that, we'll see you guys next week for the Powerless series. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys.
Just a second.